I just wanted to give everybody a tour of my fur handling section of my garage. I can still get my both vehicles in here and all this fits in there. It's still operational with the vehicles in here. Uh, got a lot of information to help me with this from Swamp Talk, Trapper Man, and YouTube. Great resources, and this video also will give me an opportunity, if they see it, hopefully if they ever see it, give me an opportunity to thank them and to show a little appreciation for them sharing their knowledge and experience. Okay, we'll get started over here. I got beaver boards here, and as you can tell, there's only 3 there. I can put 1 on each side. I'm not a big-time trapper. I do it at a small scale. I'm doing it for myself. A lot of this is put together because I want to do the best job I can do with all the fur. But these are my beaver boards. You notice they're on a little stand there, or board on the bottom to keep it up off the garage floor. Pulling vehicles, the salt and melting snow and ice. Want to try to keep them dry. Right over here are my boards. I only got 1 coyote board, 3 fox boards, few coon boards, some mink boards, muskrat boards, and it's all stored here just to keep it handy for when I board my pelts. Where I dry them will be down in the basement. It's all on a unistrut system. You got Yoke Guts and Terrific Tom on Trapper Man. Had a few posts they put their information out there. Looked like a great idea, and this is the way I went. So, really liked the whole idea. So, there it is. Over here I got a beaver color board. I'll hang my pelt up here. It'll come down here to a color, and then it just comes over here and indicates which color I should use. Supposed to work, we'll see. I'm not sure. Just trying that out. Picked up a stack of drawers here at a garage sale, pretty cheap. Put a coat rack on it. I hang my apron there. On my apron here you got a piece of tape, Gorilla Tape on the outside. I got that from Hoosier Trapper Outdoors. It helps indicate what is the outside so you don't ever put it on wrong, get the mess on you. They also got me into drags and buckwheat hulls I'm going to be trying, and a few other things. They're a pretty good site there on YouTube. Now right here I have my Coon Creek PVC flushing beam. And I want to thank him a lot. It's a great system, I think. I'm looking forward to trying it. Got an 8-inch beam right here on here for coon. Over here are my other beams. I got the 4-inch beam for mink, 6-inch beam for fox, muskrat, coon, skunk, and 8.5-inch beam for beaver. And I'll be going with Necker 600. I also bought a C-clamp, vice grip C-clamp, or whatever you want to call it. Seen Coon Creek use it on his pelts, and figure I'd give it a shot, see if I like it or not. Got a piece of cardboard back there to keep the fat and grease under control. Paper towels. Additional cardboard here ready to go. Got sawdust and shavings to help with the fat and grease again. Coming over here, I've been playing around a little bit with cubbies. There's a 155 in that one. I have my just a couple of weasel boxes there. I'm going to be using them to catch some mice for bait for coyote and fox. Over here I have been playing with pans for the conibears there. I got this on Sam Wood's Outdoors. This is what I came up with from watching his thing. I tried a few different things. I haven't applied them yet. We'll see. Over here I got my coon box. I built one last year, tried it. I caught a mink in it. I'm going to put it right back in that area, and I built 3 more because I have other areas that are similar that I think they might work for me, so I'll give it a shot. Picked up a nice stool at a garage sale, $1. Down here I got a anti-fatigue mat for all my fur handling work. I'll be on that most of the time. It's pretty nice. Over here I got my beaver table. I got that off of Fur Harvesters, and I just modified it a little and just kept on modifying it. I got put a little shelf down below here and added this porthole so I can access it and get things off the table when I don't need it up there. Down here I got an additional shelf for other gear. And if you come over here, we got another shelf down below for belly boards, and I also got my weasel boards down there. Right now I have a really conventional top to it for the beaver table. I've been using it for projects all summer. I'll use it for skinning animals on it, and it lifts right off, and I can get my other beaver boards on there. I also added a bench vise on here. Use that for projects. Used that when I was making fox boards and the coon boards and stuff, so it's pretty handy. I was going to use it for pinning pelts, but I decided to go a little different. I've seen people nail a couple boards to the top of the table and use it this way. I didn't want to do that, so I went this way. I had to put a hole in there in order to accommodate the unistrut system I have over here. I'll show you. Come right over here, take one of these, and if you look here, I got pipe clamps on there, using the pipe clamps with the unistrut to hang the boards up there. But I figured this would be a lot easier. Put it right in there, pin my mink on there, and then I can just flip it right around. A little quick and easier, so I went that way. Another stool I picked up at a garage sale. And I got a bunch of other crap on this thing over here. I got a vice grip here. I'm going to be using that for mink, muskrat, weasel. Had this welded on here. I think it'll work pretty well. I've seen it in other sites. I'm not sure where I've seen that. But I got other items. I got my gloves, pins, staple gun. I'm going to give that a shot. I'm also going to try, if I have an opportunity, I'll be trying the staples on the beaver pelts. And I'll also try nails, see what I like. Picked up one of these. It looked like a good idea for maybe mink and muskrat and cleaning up a little bit on a beaver pelt. Shears, pliers. Coon Creek, I've seen them use these for removing the cartilage of canine ears. I'm going with that. Looked like a great idea. I'm going to see how that works. Also, Coon Creek, I've seen him, after he gets his coon boarded, he does a final scrape to get a little additional grease and fat off the hide. And I picked that up 25 cents at a garage sale. Brush, another old brush I had. These two right here are my old fleshing tools that I had when I was a lot younger than now. These are my backups. I'll probably run them through the paces just for the memories. We'll see. These items here, I used them last year. Everything worked great. Really like this knife. I really like it. But I did want to get this type of knife for opening cuts, especially for dealing around the glands on a skunk and mink, and maybe even try it on weasel. We'll see. Over here I got my thread. Not sure if I'll sew the leg holes of a beaver pelt, or at least I got it for any damage on a pelt I could fix. Also, this is a magnetic pin cushion. Won't be looking for my needles, and it's a little bit more manly. Come on over here. I've been playing around with baits, and I use that for measurements. But I got my needles, syringes, glass jars with the metal caps for extracting skunk essence. We'll see how that works. Got a little weasel knife here. That's all set and ready to go. Bunch of miscellaneous stuff here. I got a deep fryer underneath the t-shirt. I keep it covered up to keep it clean. Gotta have chicken wings. Also I made a beaver trough. We'll see how that works out. I always done my beaver on a flat surface. I've been seeing this. It's very simple and cheap to make. I figure make it. If I get the opportunity, I'll try it. Over here I made some cable things here to hang up any animal that got real extra muddy and I got to clean it up. I could hang it up outside, let it drip dry it overnight, and then I'll finish it off in the morning with my dryer fur tumbler. It's a gas dryer. I did a minor modifications to it. We'll see how it works. I got the idea again from ADC is the guy on Trapper Man. He had the thread on this. It looked like a good idea. I went with it. Picked one up pretty cheap at a garage sale. And there's also a guy on Swamp Talk, Cyrillus, something like that. I can't remember how to say his name, but he was my technical guy. He would tell me which plugs and stuff like that. Was a great help on getting the part back together again and what to exactly do. But yeah, Trapper Man, Swamp Talk is pretty much my home there. I like the spot, and I love to spend a lot of time on there. Did a little Gorilla Tape on the inside to seal keep all the drying media in there with the pelts. Drying media. I'll be using corncob bedding. Give that a shot. That's what ADC is using. We'll see how that works. Again, I already told you about the buckwheat holes. I seen it on Hoosier Trapper Outdoors, giving that a shot. But that's pretty much it right now. This is what I got, and I think it's well organized. Appreciate any feedback. If you see something I did wrong or can improve on, or I'm hoping I can maybe give a little inspiration to somebody to do something out there, help them along. And this is really a tribute to those guys I mentioned here that really helped with a lot of the items here, and ideas here came from a lot of guys, again, on Swamp Talk and Trapper Man and YouTube. So hopefully those guys will see this, and I can extend a little appreciation to them for sharing. And just want to thank everybody for watching, and wish you all a good season this year.